taking it all, taking it all, taking it all.
So right now we're doing a mukbang. So we're at Hobbs. We got all our food. I got a chicken sandwich and fries, and we're gonna be talking about like our A&T experience, why we came to A&T, and what we learned so far at A&T, and like dating and college, like A&T culture, like all things college, and then it's specific to our school because that's where we go.
Yeah.
And just like life lessons, everything that I would want to hear if I was coming to A&T or figuring out who I am at A&T. I would need a video like this.
And a lot of people don't make it through A&T.
Yeah.
So
And-
it's actually a topic for us.
And there's been a lot of people transferring from A&T that I've seen on TikTok, and at least the one girl I've seen is not for good reasons. So, but I'm not knocking nobody.
I feel like everybody I see is not for good reasons, but
I'm not knocking nobody that want to change the scenery for themselves. But
yeah, me either.
we're gonna start off first about why we came to A&T. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go first.
So I came to A&T because, first of all, I always just wanted to go to an HBCU. And I don't know, like, when I was doing my HBCU hunts, like, A&T was just the school for me. Like, I don't know what it was. It was drawn to me. Like, I think me being at A&T definitely got God's purpose for me. Like, it was definitely drawn to me. Since I was young, I wanted to be like, I'm going to go to A&T. And then when I was, like, finally trying to decide, I was like, I really want to be at A&T. Like, I don't know why. Everything was against the odds of me going to A&T. Like, my high school, nobody from my high school could get into A&T. So, like, my guidance counselor was like, you're probably not going to get in. Like, he was doubting me. And that really made my mom want me to go more. So, like, we prayed on it, got in. I got in for spring semester, but I still came. So, divine purpose.
You gonna go around, or you still fucking up the way?
But I really wanted to go to FAMU. I really wanted to go to FAMU. Like, it's in my journal and all that. Like, I was really praying to go to FAMU. But I didn't get in FAMU, and NCAT sent me my letter for being a spring deferred. And so that means I would have to come to college a semester later than everybody else. And I really wanted to go to a HBCU, so I was like, this is the school, this gotta be the school for me because it's the only HBCU that I really wanted to go to besides TSU. Nobody wanted to go to TSU. So I was like, NCAT is for me. And that's how I ended up at NCAT. I did not know that about you. I really wanted to go to FAMU, like.
So, why A&T for me? But more specifically, I always wanted to go to HBCU. Like, even though my mom went to HBCU, she never really like talked about it growing up. Yeah, never talked about growing up. And I remember like in 7th grade, like my substitute was like telling HBCUs, and he was like a Kappa too. And I went to my mom, and I'm like, oh my god, I want to do this. And then like I went to a private high school, so like we're all girls and it was an all white high school, so that was an experience in itself. I don't have to further explain about that, but I just wanted to be in a space where like people that look like me, and it was just like, and genuine people, because I feel like in high school I was around like people and I had friends, but it was like, let us talk about certain things, and then it's like we're not friends no more. So I don't know, I just wanted to be around people like me, same goals, same ambitions. So that's kind of why I want to go to HBCU. And at first I was really stuck on like, I'm gonna go to Howard. So like since sophomore year of high school, I was at Howard, toured Howard sophomore year, cool. Applied to Howard, did not get in. I was distraught. I literally found out.
Everybody's story about how
I literally found out at Chick-fil-A working out, cried in the booth. Like, I was sad. But I also think my personal essay was just too generic. It was about Kamala, and this was in 2020, of course. Everybody that wants to go to Howard talking about Kamala. So, yes, can we get napkins? Yes. Thank you. Oh, yes. Please. So, yeah, I didn't get into Howard. And then I got into Spelman, like, the week after that. And I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna go to Spelman. But, like, they hit me with that bill. It was like $49,000, $1,000 in financial aid, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, my mom's not gonna take out a parent plus.
Why don't you remember the exact number?
No, because they were dragging it. They gave people $1,000 in financial aid. Like, what the? And this is a $50,000 school. Like, what people to do with that? Like, really crazy. So I was like, and my teacher went to spell my English. She was really happy for me, but I was like, I wanted to go there, but it's just like one of those things that like you're gonna be where you're gonna need to be. And then like before that, I didn't want to go to Clark, and I was like interacting with A&T people like in NCAT 25 group chat. So it was like I had interaction. We would be on Zoom every night and everything. So it was like I had that little inkling about A&T.
It was you making an A&T group chat friendship before you even knew you.
Yeah, literally as soon as I got accepted, I went on Twitter one day. It was like NCAT 25 and people. And And I was like starting to have those conversations I wanted to have with black people. And then like I didn't even fly. I remember my counselor was like, "Do you want to just send yourself over?" And I was like, "No, I'll apply to A&T early regular action." So I ended up applying early because I just had everything. And then like in the spring, like I got into this law program here at A&T, and it was like no other school is going to set my future up like I wanted to besides A&T. And then it was cheaper. Then it all worked out. So I feel like I'm a firm believer that everything's going to work out. So that's kind of why, that's a long story, but that's why I chose A&T. And I feel like it's the best decision I made.
You got 25.
No, literally, like, NCAT 25, I was already on Twitter, and that's how I already met, like, I met a few people, like, they weren't like, oh, these are my friends coming into college, but, like, that gave me, like, the sense of community. So that's why we all chose A&T, and now we're going to talk, like, did you ever feel like transferring for A&T?
Never. I thought about it one time. Like, what would it be like? But I just couldn't imagine myself doing that. I feel like A&T poured too much into me.
Yeah.
A&T has had a positive effect on me. Now, everybody got a different experience. I'm not judging anybody's experience, but for me, it's had a positive effect on me. Like, I don't think I would see myself, like, even growing as fast anywhere else.
Yeah. I feel like I had no expectations coming into A&T either. Like,
Me either.
the summer coming into school, I was so ready to, like, get out of my hometown, start my new life in college, and, like, necessarily kind of like basically leave everything behind and just go into this new world where no one knows me and I'm gonna figure it out. Like I didn't have no guidance.
Same.
So it was just like I had no expectations. So like everything, I feel like pretty went well because it's like I didn't come in here like, oh my god, I need to be friends with these people. I need to do this. Like there was no extra pressure. It was just like go there and figure it out. And I feel that was good for me.
You know what
well
I think, and that's
growing.
where some people went wrong at A&T. I think some people came in here with expectations of, oh, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do this. I want to be friends with this, and I want like
In college, you
you doing too much like that, like.
In college, you have to let go of your expectations. Like, you kind of just gotta let it take its course, and you gotta be kind of mature to be able to trust your own judgment and decisions. Really, because I stayed. You are supposed to be open, but like I didn't have too many expectations. I think that's what saved me. Like, I made my own expectations when I got there.
And I would say, like, knowing what A&T is, like, A&T is a beast in itself. Like, the A&T culture is crazy. But I feel like to even be in a freshman, if you're coming in with, like, ooh, like, everybody, I feel like everybody, I wouldn't say it's like an A&T thing, but I feel like everybody in life is strategic. And everybody are slightly an opportunist because we just want to get what we want to get. Like, I feel like opportunists are people who love networking. Like, it's the same thing. Like, it's just different connotations to it, but I feel like if you come to A&T with those strong perspectives, like, oh, I gotta link up with these people, I gotta do this, I gotta be part of that life, you're gonna get burnt out so fast. You're gonna find yourself being so consumed in like this small world within A&T, and I feel like that's just not the perspective we have as a freshman. I feel like freshmen need to just be young and free, young, free, and turn. Like that's, I feel like that's what you need.
And
here.
learn about yourself. Like,
Yeah, that's the only year you really get to like be free like that. But you're not really thinking about, oh my god, like. You know, you think about internships, but you're not really focused on that as much. Right. You're not thinking about the full-time opportunities. Like, I feel like sophomore year, it kind of hits a little, okay, I want to start getting internships in the junior year, junior year's full-time, internship turns to full-time. So it's like, freshman year is that's that only year you low-key kind of get a break. But, like, set your grades up straight so you don't have to work as hard the latter years. But I feel like you should just be free freshman year. And an unpopular opinion, I don't think people should be... I think you should leave your high school portrait away.
Yes, please do. Like, what the hell? Please.
If he ain't coming with you, baby, don't come to college.
Even if he is coming with you.
And it's not, and I say that not to be like, oh,
because your high school was a whole different person.
Yeah, you don't need to be like, I'm not saying like encourage people to like mess around with people, but I feel like it's very like, to your development, it's very important that you experience different things and different people and you figure out what you like and what you're going to put in.
Yeah. Like, I'm not going to lie. Type of men I like changed in college.
Riley
like,
is fucking her food up.
Literally.
She don't know what's going on.
But like literally the type of men, if I stuck to like my high school boo, I probably would have still been chasing the type of men. Like I don't know, I used college to grow myself and like my type of men changed into a healthier type of men. Like
that's good though.
Like you don't even, and men honestly like. Don't focus on men in college. Like, that shouldn't be your main priority.
It's a distraction.
It is.
I'm about to make a video today on how to level up before 2025, and the caption gonna be "Leave these boys alone."
No, literally.
Because these young girls don't understand. Like these men will really they're boys, so they're not men. These little boys will ruin your path that you're on if you let it. Like, if you're not mentally strong enough and you can't figure out why you going crazy, why you not doing what you need to do, half of that comes from them boys.
And I read something under like this devotion or whatever, and the guy was like, why do you want to be in a relationship? Like, if you think you want to be in a relationship because, or like dating somebody because you think it makes you look better, or it's connected to like how you view yourself, like nobody's worth is connected to them having a boyfriend or dating anybody. Like, that's not connected to your worth. So like, if that's what you have going on, you're not ready for a relationship. So that's most girls.
Dating in college, so the way niggas are is crazy. Like, it's just like they have no care in the world. Like, they will text you and then be out with another girl and you see it. Like,
literally.
Why do you think people
and still text you and come up to you?
Yeah, some girls gonna go for it, but like, why would you think? If I'm physically seeing this with my own 2 eyes, why would I want to hang out with you? Why would I want to be with you? Why would I want to do anything?
Right.
Like, that is the most crazy thing.
Literally.
But I feel like I was talking to Cheyenne yesterday, I feel like I'm going to be so much more intentional once I graduate.
What you mean? What about me?
Yeah.
Like,
because I feel like I'm just in the college cycle and I'm okay with it.
Right. Yeah.
Casualties.
No, I feel like I've started to be intentional like within the last year and a half. No, like past 6 months, like about me.
That's real.
Yeah, because I feel like I don't even think about it, I don't care about it.
Yeah.
But like I feel like I have a lot of daddy trauma and stuff like that. So I just had to heal my daddy trauma and be intentional about some of the men I'm looking at.
That's true. I'm just like I'm just over the college dating.
Yeah,
But,
me
you know,
too.
I'm still open up to everything. But
Me
it's
too.
like, I'm content with it not being
Me too.
college.
And you know what I hated, y'all? Like, let me tell you something I hated.
Oh, God.
When I was a freshman, and everybody's like, oh my God, I want to like Aggie love story. I just looked at people as like thirsty. Like, anytime a girl would have Aggie love story to me, I always just in my head like thirsty. Like, it's not that serious. Like, it's not that serious. If you base your whole college experience on writing an Aggie love story, you're not going to enjoy your Aggie life. Like,
Riley has cleared her plate in 14 minutes. Her plate is done. I don't see no meat on that bone.
Because I'm drinking this.
I wanted a piece of chicken.
Damn.
This THC, it's fine right here.
Oh, damn.
Let me get a fine. No, here, you got it.
Oh, for real?
Oh, Riley is big.
I've been drinking this THC drink. It got me
Is that like,
It's like weed.
what the fuck? You got weed drinks and everything?
Oh, good.
Start low and go slow. That's what the bottle said.
That's when I'm starting to feel it. Like,
Oh, wow. Only Riley, y'all.
so I got a little hungry.
So, yeah, I feel like, I definitely would like post-grad be more intentional, but
Can I be honest, y'all?
oh, God. Riley, okay, see, I move casual with everything, and I just don't be caring. I think that's more intentional now. Riley is on locals. Like Riley don't do the college thing, and she do Greensboro locals.
I do locals.
That is crazy. I'm not recommending that to none of y'all.
I recommend if you're a grown, mature girl and you know how to decipher men. First of all,
but
we're not 20s.
Everybody's not like
I know that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm giving them the disclaimer. But let me explain. I've always been a mature girl and I've dated older always. So when I got here, it's like the college boys that were older, they still doing little boy stuff. So if I wanted dates and stuff like that, being treated good, guess who's doing that? That's the locals. Duh. But I mess with locals that had something going on for themselves. I wasn't messing with no bummy locals. But also
Side-eye.
there's not no side eye. There's not no side eye. Because they always fit ready on me. But anyways, at the end of the day I like to be taken out. I like certain ways. Like I just had a certain way I wanted to be treated from boys, so I did mess outside of the school with locals because they gave me what I wanted, which was date, a good time, and I go back to my campus.
A happy
they
ending.
can't find me.
a happy ending.
I go back to my campus and they can't find me. We're not living the same life. Like, I still got to do me.
But I feel like you're just a different type of girl. Like,
I've been different my whole life.
and I'm not saying that's a rough problem, but I feel like a lot of college girls, they're not ready to experience those level of guys.
Okay, so yeah, tell them that, because I already gave that
all.
disclaimer. If you're not mature, you're not a grown.
Like, that's a whole different breed, a whole different like matureness.
Yeah, I'm just very mature. Like the oldest guy I had
Oh God, I'm scared too. I'm scared.
was 30.
Woo!
Yeah.
How old was you?
21.
I was like, please don't say 18.
Oh.
You know. But he spent money on me, like it was a good time. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
I
And I was a party promoter. And so he come out, spend money in the club for my business. Like it just depends on, like Mia said, it just depends on what type of girl you are.
It is, because like for me, I'm not a type of girl that I'm here for a good time. Like I be in love. So like I can't
I'm a lover girl too.
I can't talk to no man for a good time. I can't talk to no lover, like I can't talk to no guy and just be like, oh, we having a good time after this nigga next month. Like no. Like I be so like but like me, I think I am super much more intentional in my life in general.
Like I could not do it around this. Like I'm not that type of girl, and I'm not. Like I'm mature, but not much. We're on two different levels of maturity.
And also, I'm just not a regular college girl. I don't really.
I'm a regular ass
regular college things that college people do. Like that's not who I am. I've never been like that. So my life is. I'm from Atlanta too. I
think how locals go. Locals, they be making money in illegal ways. And it's like, you want to put up with that in your life? Like, that's type of man you want, then. But, like, if that's the type of man you want, you don't really want to go for the locals here either.
So okay, so we got on our topic. We harp a lot on dating men in college. What do you think, like, how is it for you maneuvering auntie? Like, talk about auntie culture, you maneuvering, you getting big in Kobe, like, all of that.
I feel like I've always loved auntie. For a girl like me, like, I feel like I come from a small town. I come from like a small hood.
Yeah.
And like an up north hood. Like I know how the up north hoods be. They ignorant as hell. Fucking nobody goes to college. And like, so when I came to college, I was deciding to find black people to be successful. Like I'm like, oh my god, black people got money.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, oh my god, like I would just be so amazed that there's black people who are doing well in life.
Yeah.
So like I was just always open to like I want to learn more. I want to learn how. I was just open to everything. I was so like what's the word? Open-minded and optimistic.
Yeah.
Like I'm super optimistic too. But like I was so optimistic. Like I want to learn like how did they do this? How did you even build generational wealth or whatever?
Yeah.
And like when you're optimistic on those things, you run into those things in life or whatever.
Yeah. You attract that.
And I really liked Kobe because like some of the mentors.
Kobe College of Business Economics. I know Atlanta.
Business school. Yeah. Some of the mentors at Kobe like super inspirational and like pour into you and like give you some gems for life. Like some of the stuff that I learned at Kobe like have brought me through like hard times.
Yeah. That's why I be thinking college is so important. Like I feel like you can do a lot of things without a formal education degree, but like I feel like the life lessons, like I needed college. Like from 18, graduate high school to now, like I needed that buffer and that 4 years to really grow and develop. And I feel like being in an academic space, and especially like in college, like being around people with different people, like I always say like people are more than like the place that they're from.
Yeah.
And I feel like when you're back at home, like most people are back at home, they like graduate 2-3 years after graduating high school, they got a baby.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like that's not at all what I saw from my life. But it's like, you know what I'm saying, when you are around certain people, you kind of become that.
Right.
And I feel like going to college, it was like to get out of my hometown, because like all my family basically stayed where we stay. Like no one really moved out besides my brother. So just seeing different perspectives. So like learning and like, you know what I'm saying, like Atlanta, like how up north people carry themselves versus southern people, like just little things like that, or like like what she values, what I value, like what norms are you raised upon. It's like it's like a combination, that melting pot for you to like form the person you want to be.
Right.
Because you're pulling from everybody, and I feel like that's what's so beautiful about college. I feel that's why I would recommend college to anybody, because that's like it's just like really the life skills and the growth and development you have with your 4 years is like.
And even if you get a degree that's like bullshit,
out of this world,
you still gonna leave
right?
a person
Like I just feel like I learned so many like people skills, how to deal with confrontation, all of that just from college. Like I actually gained so much confidence. Like everything is like thinking about me is like I needed college, like just to grow into the woman I want to be. Right. I needed college, and I feel like A&T. I don't know. A&T has a lot of things that are very hype, but like I think that I pulled from it.
Yeah, I agree.
Great ways.
I agree. I think I pulled the positive from A&T. Now the negatives, like there's a lot of people who come to A&T, like excited about the hype, who's the most popular, who's like the baddest fit on. Like when that's your inspiration for A&T, like you won't be here long, boo.
Yeah.
You won't be here long, boo. You won't.
You will be popular and then
disappear.
Yeah.
because you dropped out.
Yeah. And that's why I've never been, and that's like, because the lady was talking about you got to be the icker going into. I feel like that is, if you want to live in that, that's what your experience is going to be. But like, I don't think I ever had that perspective. Like, I never came in here like, oh, I'm gonna be the shit, I'm gonna be popular.
Right.
That was never my goal. It was my goal. I know, like I said, I had no expectation coming to college. I just wanted to make a name for myself, but like on some chill. Like I don't need to be known for real.
I feel like
But I want to make my impact.
ANC reminds me of like a bunch of like big personality it girls came to the same college.
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of. Like
But
everybody
it's
like
it's so
big,
diverse though, because like you
Yeah.
have those people, then you got the quiet engineers, or you know what I'm saying, like you got the it people, but it's also people in your class that don't know who the it people even are.
Right,
Like
yeah.
if you live in like, let's say like the mainstream at ENT, that's how you think. But it's some people that don't live, they live outside the mainstream at ENT and they don't even know. Yes.
Two boxes.
Yeah. So that's why, because like sometimes I've talked to people and I'm like, do you know who this person is? And they're like, no. So it's just like, it depends on how you live your ENT experience. But I would say make it work. ENT's a great school. Like it has, every school is gonna have its pros and cons, but I feel like the sense of community, the relationships I've built, like everything, ENT's provided a space for me to flourish, but like I feel like that's what's great about it.
Yeah, I agree.
Anything to add, Valeria?
I feel like college has done 50-50 for me when it comes to emotionally and growing into the person that I needed to be, and having me, realize certain things about myself. And also, I feel like God slowed life down for me, which is kind of very important. I feel like if you're not mentally prepared, like, or where God has you going, and where you're supposed to be in life is your purpose, like college is the perfect place for you to come figure yourself out and learn different things and be around different people that opens your mind up to
absolutely.
new perspectives and things like that. I'm not really like a big college spirit type of person, but God sent me my friends that I needed in my life for long term outside of college. So that's all I need, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The spirit and being around too many other people, I didn't care for it, but each to his own. But also it helped me build the foundation for the companies that I'm trying to build. So when I do get out of college, like I know I'm where I'm exactly supposed to be. So, but you just gotta push through it, cause like I'm having to change my major in my senior year for the second time when I just got declared in entrepreneurship. But that's okay, because I know I've taken a consulting class this semester, and I basically figured out what I want to do in entrepreneurship and business as a whole now. So that little, like, you just gotta know where to pivot.
But that's what college is about. It's about figuring things out. Like, you might have a interest where you come in and it might change. So it's just like, I feel like even though college is exploration, like, even though it's expensive, exploration, because college is expensive, but like that's really what those 4 years are. And like, even though you might come in with a different interest and then leave out with a different interest, and then you might go out in the real world and then change your interest here, which is okay. It's like, that's what life is. I feel like that's what life is all about, figuring out and figure out what you want to be in life. But yeah, this was a great talk. The mukbang of like navigating college life, being seniors at A&T.
I think being a student at
growing
HBCU,
and learning at a HBCU.
it's a good topic.
Yeah, but that was us. And yeah. And my last thing I will close out is just like, you're on your own pace. And I feel like that's very, very important. I feel like I'm good with that now, but like I struggled that in college, learning that stuff. Your friends might be in different majors and have better opportunities, but that's not mean you can't have your own opportunity. It's just life is going to be, you just have to grind a little bit harder, or your process is a little bit slower, but it's going to be that end result that you want. So like, you're on your own pace, you're running your own course, so really try to like block out if something's taking off for other people around you faster, but like everything's going to work out in the long run, and if you put trust in God and trust in yourself, everything's going to work out. So yeah, that was it.
She's not going to be happy.
Bye.